why you're not healing with truth about emotional wounds. We all carry pain, not the kind that bleeds or shows itself to the world, but the silent kind that hides deep inside, behind smiles and laughter, in the quiet moments when nobody is watching. You convince yourself that you've moved on, that the past no longer has a grip on you. But deep down, you know there are wounds that never truly closed. Time didn't erase them, distractions didn't bury them. They are still there, quietly shaping how you think, how you feel, and how you love. Healing isn't about forgetting what happened. It's about finally turning around to face it, to give yourself permission to feel the pain you've been running from all this time. That's why you feel stuck. People often say time heals all wounds, but if that were true, why do you still cry over memories from years ago? Why does one sound, one smell, or one small moment trigger a wave of emotion you thought you buried? Time doesn't heal anything on its own. Awareness does. And awareness is terrifying because it forces you to see the truth you've been avoiding. When you bury pain, it doesn't disappear. It grows, it hides in your reactions, in your fears, in your relationships. It shapes the way you see yourself. You think it's your personality, your anxiety, your trust issues, your fear of abandonment, but it's not. It's your pain speaking through you. Your body remembers everything, even if your mind doesn't. It remembers heartbreaks, moments of fear, betrayals, and losses. As a child, you couldn't understand or process those emotions, so you survived the only way you knew how. You shut down, you froze, you suppressed. And now, as an adult, those same coping mechanisms play out in ways you don't even realize. You panic when someone doesn't reply to your message. You feel abandoned over the smallest things. You struggle to trust people, not because of them, but because your nervous system remembers what it felt like to be left behind, ignored, or unloved. Healing is not about pretending the past didn't happen. It's about creating safety in the present so that your body and mind finally realize they're no longer in danger. But the world has taught you to hide your pain. Be strong, they say. Get over it. Don't be so sensitive. So you smile, you keep going, you bury your feelings deeper and deeper. But buried pain doesn't stay buried forever. It whispers, it lingers, it waits for the day you'll finally face it. And that's when true healing begins, not when you pretend everything is fine, but when you admit to yourself that it's not. Healing is hard because it requires revisiting old wounds, not to suffer, but to rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. That heartbreak you went through became a voice that says, I'm not enough. That childhood wound told you, I'm unlovable. That failure whispered, I'll never succeed. You've been living with those lies for so long that you started to believe them, but they're not the truth. The truth is that you were hurt, and you survived. The truth is that your worth was never tied to what someone did to you. The truth is that you are stronger than you think. Healing starts with awareness, with looking yourself in the mirror and saying, yes, this happened. Yes, it hurt. But it doesn't define me anymore. It's about reparenting yourself, loving the child inside you who felt small, scared, and unworthy. It's about sitting with that version of you and saying, you're safe now, you're loved now, I'm here for you. Healing isn't a straight line. Some days you'll feel progress, like you've finally broken free. Other days you'll feel like you've taken 10 steps back. That doesn't mean you're failing. Healing is a spiral. You'll revisit old pain, but each time you'll come back stronger, wiser, more compassionate toward yourself. Forgiveness is part of the process, but forgiveness doesn't mean saying what happened was okay. It doesn't mean trusting those who hurt you again. Forgiveness means saying, this pain no longer controls me. It's a release, a way to reclaim your power, not for them, but for you. Forgiveness is freedom, but healing isn't something you can do alone. You were wounded in relationships, and often, you heal in relationships. A safe friend, a supportive therapist, a loving community, they can remind you what safety feels like. They can help you rewrite the story your pain has been telling you. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. Self-love is also part of healing, but self-love isn't always soft. Sometimes it means setting boundaries, saying no, choosing yourself, and walking away from what doesn't serve you. It's refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It's learning to protect your peace, even if that means letting go of people and situations you once thought you needed. You may never feel fully healed, in the way you imagine, because healing doesn't mean perfection. It means wholeness. It means carrying your scars, but no longer letting them control you. One day you'll look back and see how far you've come, not because you never broke, but because you learned how to rebuild. You are not broken. You are not too damaged. You are not beyond saving. You are a survivor. You are still here. Healing is not a final destination you magically arrive at. It's a choice, every single day, to love yourself enough to keep going, to keep growing, to keep rewriting your story. And even on your darkest days, that choice matters more than you realize.